is I'm going to Witchblade. Witchblade, what the hell? That's the wrong thing. I'm going to go ahead and do a Witch Bolt. And attack that dude.
Fire away, sir.
What was that? Where did that come from?
Sorry, that was still on advantage.
Oh, I guess
you rolled at disadvantage, unfortunately. Go ahead and just. No, your first one was a hit, so we'll just take the one hit. Looks like you went twice here. So first one we'll take, and that is a hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
All right, hold on. There's 2 damage things on this, but I'll just do the 1d12 lightning.
That'll probably take care of them.
Or not.
Oh, it was on a 12 for a second there. We're getting trolled by the Fantasy Grounds rolling dice roller.
That I have going on.
All right, that's it for me.
All right, so I can see him, and I'm going to shoot at him. Why did I get advantage there?
Thanks to the
disadvantage. I also have disadvantage. I didn't know why.
You have the effect of unconsciousness. Maybe that's the problem.
Me? Okay. It was hard to make that attack while I was unconscious, but I'm an incredible.
No, Darren.
No.
So, you're no longer unconscious, so we'll take that first die. You drop the 20, which.
Okay.
So we'll take the 20 instead of the 5.
20 sounds good.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll damage.
All right. So that's 20. I roll a nat 20, so that would be a crit.
That would be a crit. Yeah.
Did you yell by the power of Grayskull?
So yeah, this is Goblin 3, so you don't even need a crit. I think your damage roll. Your plus is 1.
You can move the excess to the other goblin.
So there you go. He's a goner.
Move the access to the extra goblin. I like that.
All right.
That's such a great start.
What? Get him, Harper.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to lop his head off.
Use the force.
I was feeling rather confident before. Ugh.
Ooh, there you
This thing's
go.
in trouble. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna roll damage on this. My 3d8 damage from my long sword.
Oh snap! Cleave.
A total of 13. Cleaved his head right off. Yeah.
So he's about halfway now. He's bloodied.
No, it's silly.
Well,
yeah, so
Mr. Dungeon Master, I'm kind of reading the adventure, and it looks like no.
You don't say anything about special goblins here.
Yeah.
Go for it, Dave. Tell us what happens here when you strike this guy.
Oh yeah, I just take my sword, and it's like an uppercut. The sword just basically skewers him from the bottom of his jaw up through his head, through his skull, rips his head off, and his head, his little beady ball-bearing sized head, is stuck on my sword, sort of like a shish kebab.
Nice. All right.
But it's more of a shish
And then
kebab.
yeah, it's shish kebab. And then I turn back to Adara, and then I say, "Always gotta bail you out, little sis."
That's true. You always
Give her one of these winks.
Real exaggerated wink. Nice. All right.
Let's see if I remember right. I did damage on him already. So, excuse me. And did you take out the other one? I didn't see you take it out.
Well, I took out
saw
2
me take
of
it
the
out.
12 that we were fighting. So, I think I did the majority of the work here.
I'm going to run the owlbear right into these losers.
Yeah, this cool owlbear around for a little bit longer. But the other goblin does not seem to be engaging or re-engaging, so we are out of combat.
Yeah.
Let's talk to that other goblin. Let's find out what the heck happened to Guntar and Sylvan, or whatever the hell their name.
That other goblin, you think you hear the bushes rustle a few times, and then he appears to be goners. So
shit!
I don't know how you're going to talk to him.
I'm going to just yell.
Sure. What do you yell?
That's right. You better not come back. I wiped the blood off of my sword and put it back into the sheath.
I wipe the blood off my illusions and do the same.
I go collect my arrows.
Okay.
Uh-oh, she's one of those types of rogues.
No, excellent. Yes, keep track of those. So as a, unless you're shooting
They
at
cost
something,
money.
yeah, unless you're shooting at like a fire elemental or something, you can collect half of your arrows and find them in usable condition again.
Which half are you going to take, the front or the back?
If
Or
you
the
shoot
good or
2
the bad.
arrows, you can recover 1 of them. If you shoot 4, you can recover 2.
Right.
Round up. So if you shoot an odd number, then just round up.
You should be pretty good at basic math,
Right.
Dr. Zamp. I mean, all the money that you're taking from everyone for that snakeskin oil.
Snakeskin oil. Do you mean my curative? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it looks like you're going to come down with something pretty soon there. I might want to go check out these horses. You know,
Yeah.
let's check out the bodies of these goblins. That might be the first step.
Okay.
Might want to go where Goblin 3 dropped and kind of go through his body. I'm going to look for any kind of clues or hints or anything that maybe is from Gunter and whatever to make sure that it's the same group that took him.
Yeah, you search the bodies, you find, you know, that these guys have really crummy armor, but they do have you know, metal pieces kind of stitched into these kind of dirty hides. Their scimitars are incredibly poorly made and barely have any kind of edge to them.
I thought you were going to say they were incredibly beautiful and incredibly magical.
Oh, no, very poorly made. Same with the short bows. They're serviceable, but not in good condition.
Are the arrows serviceable?
The arrows are serviceable. They're not very good, but if you have a short bow, they will work just fine.
They're as straight as a troll's
I do
penis.
have a short bow.
Okay. You can collect. You'll have to sort through the better ones and toss out the worst ones. But let's say, go ahead and roll 2d20s, and that's how many arrows you can get out of these goblins.
Oh. So, kind of ascertaining the situation here, does it look like those same arrows that the goblins have, are those the same types of arrows that killed these horses? Gundren's and Sildar's horses. Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. They're black fletched arrows. Okay. They're the same type of arrowhead as well as the same type of fletching from what looks like a crow. They're made by the same fletcher. Absolutely.
Okay.
Hey,
So,
Warner,
yes.
it looks to me like one of these guys survived. Maybe he's being held hostage. Do you think we should go after these goblins, or should we just keep heading to the city?
Well, I mean, Gundren is our employer, and
I mean, we're not going to get money.
I would like to get
save him.
paid. I would like to get paid, but you know, he is friends with my father, and I would like to see his well-being because I know he has a family. I don't know much about this Sildar gentleman, but for Gundren, I'd like to see if we could do something to help.
All right, as long as there's money in for me, extra money, I got to be making way more than 10 gold. I can make 10 gold in a weekend.
Well, Gundren's pretty well to do, so I'm sure he'll probably take care of us. Can you help
Save
me
his
get
life?
these horses out of the road so it doesn't impede traffic with the carts and everything? So I'm going to start pulling these two
I'll
horses
help
to the side.
by let me get the wagon, and let me pull the oxen down here, and maybe they can help you pull these horses. I don't know
Sure.
how old or rotten the meat is. It seems to me they'll just pull apart like a.
It's been a couple days, so they're still mostly together.
Okay,
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
so
they
without doing
wouldn't
a
be just
medicine
falling
check,
apart.
I can tell that they've been kind of sitting here for a couple of days. So they've got like a couple day head start on us, huh?
Yep.
Oh wow, a lot of bad things could happen, Dr. Zamp, and in 2 days' time, a lot of bad things could happen. So I would say we need to probably make haste. We need to hide the wagon with the oxen, and we need to follow these drag marks, and we need to see if we can find Gundren and Sildar. I think that would probably be the wisest thing to do.
Why don't we just let the oxen go in case we don't come back? I don't want them to be trapped on a wagon for.
Well, I feel pretty confident that I think we'll be okay. I mean, we were just heavily outnumbered by at least a dozen goblins. I mean, if we can surely take a dozen goblins, I'm sure we could follow them back to their, to their clan and kill the rest of them.
Well, I'm more of a doctor than a fighter, but
well, that's good.
Well,
Can you
more of
treat
a
my
more of
wounds
an.
for me because I'm in pretty bad
Well,
shape.
I'm an elixirist, so
As I rip the arrow out of my arm.
Well, I'm more of an elixirist, so without the right chemicals and stuff, I won't be able to prepare an elixir for you that would help. Just put pressure on
So you're
it.
saying you're useless.
I'm not as useful for a doctor, although I do have some other skills that might help us out in a situation. Like I'm a forest gnome. I can look over there and see that's the forest, so maybe I can help out in such a situation.
Nice. You do know that that's the forest, so that's important information.
At least I didn't have to roll for it this time. Good.
No rolls or anything.
Yeah.
But I will help. We can, draw that back, pull these dead horses out of the way so the next person can go right through.
Yeah, that's not too much of trouble to make way. You guys get a short rest while we're doing this if you want to use a hit die heal or anything like that.
Oh, I'd love to do that right now.
Jesus.
Let's see. Does the short rest?
Adjicon, don't forget.
Very
Does
nice.
the short rest clear my spell slots?
You can do an arcane recovery. Otherwise, it will not.
That's what I will do.
So I think you get one slot back.
All right, good.
Way to know your class, Worm.
Well, I don't need to know it. I was relying on Fantasy Grounds when he clicked short rest to pop up a dialogue that says use arcane recovery, and I was going to say yes, and then it was going to clear one slot, but it didn't happen, Dave. I don't know. Is there somebody you need to talk to?
No, but there's some goblins that I would like to track down and kill for sure.
I agree.
Yeah. All dozen, right?
All
Well, I
dozen.
may have been off by a couple. Mathematics is not my strong suit. Brute force is.
No.
So I was always told, Father used to tell me all the time when I was growing up that I wasn't the smartest, but I sure was the strongest.
There you go. So are you guys going to
Especially smelling.
pull the wagon off the trail? And
Yeah, let's pull the
I-
wagon off the trail.
Yeah.
Cut
for
some
sure.
branches and stick them right on the oxen on their heads and stuff to make them look like they're bushes.
Nice.
Now, hopefully, everybody doesn't think they're an animated tree and attack them.
Yeah, some kind of weird treant type creature.
Hey,
Yeah, so
as I
after climbing, after you kind of get the wagon off to the side and kind of disguise it a little bit, you notice there's a small little box that you had not peeked into yet. And opening that box, you see that there is a potion of healing that you're pretty sure Gundren would be okay if you use this just in case.
Is that
you took that with
while
you.
we were moving the horses and stuff?
Exactly. So
Okay.
we'll go ahead and say you guys have a potion of healing.
Ooh, everybody
And
gets one? Or just one?
one.
Yeah, everybody or just one?
Eight
Hey,
potions of healing.
I forgot
Because
to
I'm half the hit points down.
remind me next time. I forgot to roll on the wild magic table, or the wild magic d20.
Oh, okay.
So I'll remember next time if you can help me remember.
I will be sure to do that for you.
I also, well, you know that I am in one with my deity as well, so I can occasionally channel life into others from time to time. So, but I say you're okay, sis. You don't need it right now. Oh, by the way, as I'm kind of sitting up on this embankment, I say, "Where's the other half orc that was with us?" Did anybody see where he left off, where he went off to?
I think he went hunting. We just
Oh,
left without him.
maybe
He was out
maybe
trying to
he's
get
trying
some
to find our
venison.
maybe he's trying to get our dinner for us.
Yeah, he took. He was going to travel parallel to the trail a little bit and go out scouting. Maybe he can down a deer or something like that. So he's out hunting.
Most people call him brother in our family.
Oh, you
but
guys got
that's all
another
right.
brother? Are all you sons of bitches related? What the hell, man?
Yes.
Your dad was a whore. That's all there is to it.
He loved the ladies, that's for sure. He loves the ladies.
He had one in every town, every village. It didn't matter what they were.
Sometimes 2 or 3. Yeah.
Well, listen,
We don't know
I
how
think
many siblings we have.
I would like to know the basic way that these goblins went. So I'm looking for any kind of small animal. I want to use my forest knowledge, my forest gnome, talk to small animals, kind of get an idea of where the gnomes, where the goblins are, or if there's any around, or what they know about this particular area here.
Absolutely. Tell me which kind of critter you find. Who do you find out there?
Well, I would expect I'm gonna find at this area. I'm gonna find like a rabbit.
Sure. You find
Just like the one that hops around behind you periodically.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Except this one's going to be a lot more knowledgeable because your rabbit's dumb.
So my rabbit is not bright, so it's no problem. Yeah. So you find a little rabbit. He's happy to see you. You're able to make friends with him by feeding him raisins, because man, they freaking love raisins.
Rabbits love raisins?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Is that what your rabbit eats? A lot of raisins?
Not
Same
a
with my
lot.
dog. My dog loves chocolate.
Does it make the rabbit like do something else besides little rabbit pellet poops?
No.
They still get the same rabbit pellet poop?
What are you expecting, like balloon animals or something? I did a kitty. I mean, what could it be?
You make friends with this little rabbit, and now they can't talk, and he's still got the same intelligence, but he can express ideas. And what are you trying to get from him?
I'm trying to find out what general direction these gnomes are, or maybe even a general idea of his impression of how many of these. Did I say gnomes?
You did.
I'm sorry, goblins.
Yeah.
It starts with a G, and I just stop after the first letter in my mind.
No problem.
You mean the way that these drag marks are being, kind of obvious
Are
here?
you pointing that out while I'm speaking to this rabbit?
Yes, I am.
Hold on. Rabbit, here. I mean, look, it's a win-win for me. Either he gives us information or we get dinner, right? I mean,
Well,
so
I was to say, pick him up and let me hold him.
I don't trust him with humans.
Yeah.
Humans will try to make a pet out of him or something.
Yeah.
Stupid humans. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, he takes you right to this little game trail to the north. You can see it on the map. And he tells you, he kind of indicates that the guys that smell real bad, they go this way. And
I look over at the orc. I look over at Warner.
I just
Smell bad,
look away
eh?
and just kind of shuffle.
There's
There it is. There's the rabbit. He's leading us to the trail.
he leads you right there, and he also leads you where they're kind of their lookout. They've hollowed out some brush and made a little. It's not quite a campsite, but you can see where they were. You eating stuff,
Ah.
keeping an eye on the trail.
Oh, he's trying to climb over that gate. Look at that. He's trying to get over that gate.
Hey, he's not so sharp.
Does this little stuff. So yeah,
All right.
you find this trail that leads north, and it looks like a little game.